Hello, it is Friday, October 14th, 1 week from my sister's birthday. She's gonna be 12. Okay. I'm so glad that you have responded, and I'm excited to talk to you again. First of all, I'm going to talk about Pottermore. So, deep down, I've always known that my true home house is Slytherin. You know, I'm quite ambitious, and basically that's my biggest quality. But I went on to Pottermore and got assigned or sorted into a different house, and I feel like it's not an accurate representation of myself, but apparently it's the official thing, so I'm gonna pass on the sharing. But I can tell you that my Patronus is brown hair, for some reason. In response to your invitation to go watch the Harry Potter videos near Seattle, I think that would be really fun, although a huge time investment. I mean, the only two that I haven't seen are the 6th movie and the second part of the 7th movie, which is kind of funny because last spring and into the summer, I reread most of the Harry Potter books because I had forgotten that Snape maybe sort of was a good guy, and that was kind of crucial, and that he played a part in Dumbledore's death. What? And so anyway, in Mexico, I was scrolling through Netflix one day, and they have a much larger selection of movies there than we do in America. And both the Harry Potter 7 movies were on there. So one night, when everyone was out, I watched the first part of the 7th movie, and then I never again had time or chose to spend my time watching Harry Potter, so I still haven't seen that last one, which is a little bit of a bummer. Yeah, and also in response to the book, The Name of the Wind was all about this character. He's a phenomenal character named Quoth. And, you know, he's that bright red-headed guy who owns an inn, and the whole book is him telling a story, well, the story of his past. There's lots of rumors about Quoth. He's Quoth the Great. He's been in many battles. He's picked many wars. He's been the hero, been the villain, you know, all of those things. And, but he tells the story from his perspective and what actually happened. And he, as a boy, he lived with his family, and his mother and father were these phenomenal musicians, and they traveled with a troupe, and that went all over basically, and hosted carnivals and made everyone laugh and different things, and they were really great people. And someone of importance comes along somewhere along the way and teaches Quoth, and Quoth is this phenomenal learner. He learns quickly, more than most, and he just has the ability to control his brain power, which comes in really a lot later in the book. At one point, there's this huge tragedy with his family, and so he ends up on the streets, and he has to fight to survive. He has to fight bullies, he has to fight men on the street, and so he becomes able to understand that population, the population of the poor, as well as others. And so when he goes to university, he's got a lot of tricks up his sleeve, which are quite necessary because people fear Quoth because of how much power he has, his intelligence, his ability to charm, his ability to talk his way out of things. You know, he's basically a Slytherin. And so, yeah, I would recommend that book, just as you've recommended Disabilities in the Gospel. And I'm really excited to get my hands on that at some point. But as a friend of mine said today, book recommendations for the college student is kind of a joke. Because we're always so busy all the time and have a billion other things to read. You have a list this long of books to read, and for me, it's like, I'm not even going to read most of those, and you know that. Also, want to thank Hannah for her story about being in the rain. I was really excited to ask that question because I have a lot of great stories, being a runner mostly, and, well, bicycling and such, but that's okay. We'll have another good question soon. Actually now, my question for you is, it is related to your Pottermore challenge, but over the years, like, my calling for which house I would say that I'm in has changed. And I think that's largely because I've changed as a person. And, you know, coming from victim to survivor to your best self, right? And everyone changes as they age. But my question for you is, how much do you think that people can truly change? And, like, especially in personality. Can a person completely change their personality, or are they kind of stuck? It's basically like the nature versus nurture debate. But I'd love to hear your answer, and I will talk to you later.